All right. Another thing I wanted to touch on, just to try to clarify, introduce, was the idea of a circle of fourths. You'll sometimes hear it called a circle of fifths. So this is very mathematical and straightforward and just involves counting to 4 in each scale, or 5. And by what I mean by that, I'll show you right now. And so let's start out with our handy dandy A scale. Okay, and in this one I'm not going to draw it out completely just because we're going to have to go through all 12 scales. But please refer to all the other videos. But we will draw it out to 4. Okay, and we're going to do that down here, and then make our circle right here. Okay, let's see how this works. So we're going to start in A. Okay, A, B, C sharp, D. That's going to be our first 4 notes out of our A major scale. Okay, so let's count up. B, C, D. Okay, let's start with A here since we started out, and then our first note that we're going to put on here is D. Okay, now let's go to our D major scale. Let's count up to 4 on that. D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, so the next one in our circle, let's put a G. Great. Next, let's go to the, you guessed it, G scale, G major scale. And we're going to do G, A, B, C is our 4th note. Okay, so we're going to put a C, and this is going to not be a very nice circle. It's going to be more of an oval of fourths, but that's all right. Let's keep going. C, D, E, F. So next up is F. The F scale, we're going to use F, G, A. And here's our first flat. We're going to use B flat. Take us to B flat. B flat. C, D, E flat, okay. E flat goes F, G, A flat, from A flat we go A flat, B flat, C, we'll use D flat here, to D flat, to D flat, and then from D flat we're going to go D flat, E flat, F, G flat. Oh, sorry. G flat. So G flat. From G flat, we're going to count up. I'm going to go G flat, A flat, B flat, B. So then this note will be B, B, then goes B, C sharp, D sharp, E, and then E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Whew, we made it. It's more of a kidney bean or something, but the kidney bean of fourths. But there we go. Now, how many of these do you think we have? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have, and up here, every single note in our scale, if we use them all, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And just to suffice it to say that via this, you run through every single chord that's you can use in a particular pattern, and that's this pattern of going fourth to fourth to fourth. And what you'll find here, though, is that a lot of very, very common progressions go this way, and they use these patterns. They might not start initially on them, but they'll use a piece of it, and this is so entrenched in the music itself and the chord progressions that are used that although this might be a foreign concept, you've definitely heard these progressions before. And so that's the way you could do it with fourths. Now, I'm going to talk about the fifths. And really, if you look at this circle, if you go this way, is a circle of fourths. But if you turn it around and you go back this way, it becomes fifths. Okay? So, this way, fourths. This way, fifths. And we'll do that here, okay? Well, actually over here. Let's do that over here. So, let's start again at A, okay? And let's count up to the fifth note in our A scale, okay? So we know that that's going to be A, B, C sharp, D, E is going to be 5. And what do we find before A? E. Now, let's count up to 5 in our E scale. And we know that, and notice we're going backwards here in the way that we wrote this, but we know that E, F sharp, G sharp, A, what would come here? B. And then B, okay, count up to a fifth, what would come here? B, C sharp, D sharp, E, and that would be F sharp or G flat, exact same thing. And so that's what would come here, and we'll just write it as G flat. And so then we move up to G flat. What would come here? G flat, A flat, B flat, B, and the fifth would be C sharp or D flat. Okay? And so on and so forth. And so and so let's now look at this. Okay, and we won't go through every single one of these, but look what happens when we run the fifths. Okay, we go from A to E to B to G flat to D flat and on back around the circle, and it just keeps going and keeps going. You can try this with other intervals as well if you want, and you'll see that they don't really make a pretty circle. But you know, I'll suffice, or I think it suffices to leave it there, and as the introduction to what is a circle of fourth, or also known as circle of fifths. I hope that's helpful, and we'll see you next time.